Good afternoon. Adjust the camera. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Midday money on a football Friday. We'll run down some college football for today. Baseball, we got the Astros tonight, like the over there in game one of the ALCS. But basically talk some football. Yesterday on the video, where do we go? Not good, 1-3, couldn't catch a winner. We had the under in the Philly game was there. Puck line losers on the ice. Navy, no scoring in the second half. Are you kidding me? Nothing after midway through the third quarter? Although I did say, that line it kept going up, but I just couldn't bet Memphis. Memphis had not been covering, so I wasn't really down with them. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Welcome to the show. If you're on YouTube, give that notification bell a click. Give it a subscribe. Give it a follow. Real_Higgs on Twitter. If you're on the tweet machine, come say hello. But let's get right into a football Friday. Again, Syracuse and San Diego State. We like Syracuse to start. And now, is this going to be like the Rutgers game where we talked about let's take Rutgers? Because usually Ohio State was like a 30-point fave. And in the past, Clemson had been a huge fave over these guys. Coming into the series last year, 47-21, 41-6. But again, 19, 21, 14, and 3 points scored by Clemson this year. They do have that 49 spot versus South Carolina. I just can't lay double digits with a team that's only averaging 20 points a game. I mean, 21 points a game, that's what they're averaging. And that's with a 49 spot that's totally skews their number. Again, Syracuse, my one little red flag would maybe be that they're off the OT loss to Wake. Again, Wake's undefeated, though. They're playing well. And then they had the loss at Florida State. So two tough losses. But Friday night at home versus Clemson, get up for Clemson, right? I mean, this is a game that I don't see as a flat spot game. I mean, they're playing Clemson. So give me Syracuse. Little home puppy there. There's another college football game I kind of got no real thought on here with Marshall, North Texas. Maybe the over, you want to get down on that. I got no real opinion. San Diego State, San Jose. I got King D was right in the chat. He's like, you know what? Let's take San Diego State. It was 8 when we talked about it. Now it's up to 9. So we still like San Diego State here to get it done. Should be a double-digit win for San Diego State over the Spartans of San Jose, who've just not really played well. But we'll lay it. Road fave. I know not where we want to go with a big road fave, but it is what it is. It is what it is. James, how are you today? Welcome. Tim Earl, good morning or good afternoon. Good afternoon for those of you on the East Coast. Good morning for those on the West Coast. And I don't know if you're in the Pacific Rim. I guess it's nighttime or daytime. Who knows? Your Friday teaser. I set up a little Friday teaser action. Why not? People love teasers. They want to just bet. People love being degenerate. So why not have a degenerate teaser on a Friday night? 7-point tease, as always, plus 130. Tease Syracuse up, right? We like Syracuse at 14. Why not at 21? Marshall tease it down. Big fave. Although they couldn't do it last week for us, right? We put them in against Old Dominion. Was it them last week against Old Dominion or was that Western Kentucky? I don't remember. Because you know what? We just plug and go. We don't worry about the past, right? We move on to the next day. And San Diego State, bring the fave down. So 2 big faves, bring them down. And the other game, we're going to go doggy. We're going to go doggy Syracuse. Your Saturday teasers, we got Cincy, Georgia, Texas Tech. Again, bringing down some bigger numbers. And then we went Bama, Oklahoma, and K-State. The Oklahoma one, that would be out of all the 6 games on a Saturday. I mean, we could do crazy teasers all day long. We could put a bunch of them. Those are just – I try to put marquee games out for people because maybe I won't. Maybe as time goes forward, I'll just get the best ones and just do a 3-pack or whatever. But I think people just – they want more. You want more. So we throw them out here. King D, how are you today? Welcome. Markel, how are you? Say hello to everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody. Baseball tonight. I'm going to want the over. Sale, again, people forget this guy's been out for a year or 2. Pitched a couple decent outings, and then he's been okay. I mean, they're going to get 4 or 5 innings from the guy, and then you get to that bullpen, that Sox bullpen, which I thought would have been the difference maker for Tampa Bay to beat them. They held on. They gave up some runs, but they ended up pulling it out. So I'm thinking we get to that bullpen, and Houston's going to be able to rake a little bit, hit a little bit here. So give me the over in this game. I got the Stros for the series. I'm going to jump on a little Atlanta Brave money for the series. I'll take the Braves. people be on the Dodgers. I get it. We had the Dodgers first 5 yesterday. Didn't get there. Got there for the game though. But I'm going to take the Braves. Braves are going to be plus money, big money. I'll take the Braves. Wilson, welcome. Hughes plus 13.5 in the money line, plus 430. Big shot, taking a big swing for the fences on the money line. Why not? Morning, my guy. Whoa. Bessie the cow. That's not Bessie. That's Cash Cow. That's the Cash Cow, Wilson. The llama's there, so we flipped it up a little bit. We brought out the Cash Cow. Betsy the cow. Free mind, how are you today? Split the NHL last night. I just threw out the two puck liners here last night, and they didn't get there. I was at the Giants game last night. We were going to lose anyway, but the ump still had to screw us. I didn't watch the end of that game. I know someone was like, it is what it is. I was talking to another guy in the biz, and this was earlier today before I did. Actually, I just did Total Chaos with Craig and Allie. And we're talking, and we're just saying how people come in the chat and stuff like this. He does a show also. And we're just saying, like, you just got to move them. It loses, you move on. You don't, we don't dwell on a game of, we had the Giants last night. It is what it is. We can't worry about it, right? It's the loser. Fine. We win. We move on. We just take it and go. We're not getting excited about a win because we bet a game it should win. It loses. What went wrong? That's that. We can blame the umps. We can blame the ref. I mean, listen, I had Tampa Bay last night. Am I feeling good? Like that game, I figured it would be like a 31-20 type game. That's what I thought it would be. That's why I said in here, I said take the under. I was on Tampa Bay. I figured maybe a couple garbage scores late from the Eagles. And what do I get? I get a go for 2. I mean, a guy throws for 115 yards. You lose a game. It's whatever. I can't dwell on it. If you can't worry about losing a game and how it went down. Humans are involved, although we did talk, and I said, he brought up a good point, especially NFL. Like now you have the official sports book of the NFL, or like the Saints playing a Caesars or whatever their dome's called now. You have official sports books of teams. Now, we always joke, right? Those jokers like, the fix is in. The ref goes under the hood there for a review. He's really calling Vegas. Who we got here on this call? Is it a holding call? We call him pass interference. We always joked about that forever. Now, that joke is kind of like, well, who does the Eagles, who are sponsored by whoever they're sponsored by, you get these questionable calls now. It is what it is. People are human, right? We get bad strike zones. You can't dwell on it, but new people are going to come in here and be like, well, look at this. So-and-so sponsors them, and all of a sudden this crazy thing happens at the end of the game. I mean, we laugh about it, but, new people are going to say things like that. I mean, you get on Twitter or something and crap like that goes off like wildfire. Bad play, you're going to get it. Humans are involved. And I'm all for human element stuff. Like, I don't want to slow things down and be like, well, look at that. It's, you slow down this frame, it's a fumble. How many games in history would be changed if that was the case? Bang, bang plays, let them be. Slow it down to 100th of a second. And some poor guy's like, well, he's out of a job because he didn't get that straight. Strike zones. Listen, we could do something about strike zones. I don't know. That's my little rant on refs and umpires and stuff like that. Antoine, how are you today? I don't care about the money. I'm a huge Giants fan. Well, as a fan of the team, you hate when your team loses. I get it. But I understand what you're saying. You lose a bet, you lose a bet. That's fine. To go down on like some of the questionables, like it's always you're like, come on, that's a tough one. And those are tough. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Dodgers will end up winning World Series because we can't have anything nice. Listen, that is no guarantee. And let's be honest, this Dodger team, they really have to win the World Series, right? Because you're going to get people are going to make fun of Dodgers fans like, well, you won it. It was a strike or COVID year, whatever, strike year. Same difference, right? Abbreviated season, you won the championship. Doesn't count. You didn't win any during the other times. Are they the best team? Them or the Giants record-wise, right? That's what you got. But Lock it in with the King. San Diego State -8. We know you had that. We said that the other day, King. We was at 8, and then literally like a couple minutes later, I went to 9. They must have been watching the show. They know we give out good winners here. One team can have a payroll 10 times the size of half the teams. Well, hey, the other teams, I mean, this is all right. It's LA, it's New York, wherever there's more money come in. These teams still have TV contracts. They still get revenue sharing. I mean, and the payroll is one thing. You got to perform. You got to perform because Tampa Bay's payroll is nothing, and they've been beating the Yanks for years. All right. Just because you got a payroll doesn't mean you win anything. We know this, Mike. I mean, does it help a little bit? Yeah, I'm sure it helps. But teams have won and are good without having huge payrolls. And that's in all sports. We've seen that. Corey Jones checking in. Mr. Nika, good afternoon. Welcome. Thanks for popping in on a Friday. Do I think Cal covered it against the Ducks? You know what? This Oregon team, it was 13 and a half here. Let me look at this line real fast. I'll give you a quick little thought on the Ducks here. Both teams in off a bye week. I mean, you got Oregon. Is this people pumped up because they beat Ohio State? Is that, because besides that, they have their 0-4 against the other games. 0-4 ATS, and they lost upset against Stanford. I don't know. Sometimes I know it's the Pac-12 after dark or whatever. Like I'm just not getting involved in that game. How do you like Ohio State or excuse me Oregon State because they beat Ohio State, Oregon State. I'm trying to say Oregon. Everybody wants to jump on Oregon because they beat Ohio State, but they haven't covered against anybody else, and they lost. And we like Stanford in that spot, right? We said we had Stanford here. Totals 50. Totals come down. Maybe go to the under. I mean, money's come in on Cal. Open to 15, down to 13, 14. Again, I'm not playing it. We say this all the time. You don't got to play it just because it's there. A lot of games. Fernando, welcome. Ray's in the house. How are you? Easy money. Yeah, never in doubt. That was never in doubt the whole game. Oh, man. I was thinking of, there we go, lock of the night. Comes the lock. He's bringing in the lock of the night. Red Sox, wild in regulation. Devils over 5.5. I think, you know what? I didn't even really look at – I know there's a couple games on the ice. I didn't put any up here. We got a handful. I got to regroup because every ice game I've liked, I've lost so far. I'm like, we're taking Tampa. Penguins got nobody playing. We'll go puck line here first game. Yeah, they lose outright. Then I'm like, you know what? We'll come back puck line here off a loss and then fade the Penguins again. They already got a big win. We'll go puck line again. Loser. So I'm just going to take off. There's 3 games. I would actually probably go Chicago. I would maybe just take all the Ducks. I can't take the Ducks as a dog, do I? I got nothing to do. No, I don't want any ice tonight. Fresno, Wyoming. Let's pull up a little Fresno, Wyoming, a little Mountain West action here for you. Where's this game? 3:30 on a Saturday. 3:30 on a Saturday. YO, 3.5-point dog. Fresno, we kind of like the little Fresno team, but Wyoming, I don't know. Do I want to take them as a little home puppy here? Just a bad offense, though. Good. Fresno. Well, these guys haven't played in a couple of years, so we kind of throw out the trends. Don't jump into trends here. The last time they played was 2018. 2018, 2017, before that, 2014. So it's been a while. Again, this one wasn't really on my radar. You got Wyoming's coming home. Fresno's second on the road. For a scheduling spot for this one, I would think Wyoming, Michael, just because Fresno's coming from Hawaii, back-to-back road games. Now you're up in the altitude. Wyoming's home after a 2-game road trip. Maybe the line looks a little short. I think Fresno's a better team, but I would just lean Wyoming based on the scheduling spot. But am I betting it? No. Tampa Rangers killed you. Yeah, ice, baby. Bounced back last night with the Blue Jackets. Thoughts on Minnesota this weekend. I'll tell you, I got Minnesota. I bet them already. I got them at 1.5 early in the week. And basically, who's Carolina played? All right, they lost to the Eagles, right? I mean, they should have won that game. A better team would have won. You beat Hurts. Is that really impressive? Mills? Is that an impressive Mills? Winston's but not even a journeyman. He's not a second team, but is he a great guy? I mean, I saw Dak put up 4 touchdowns against this guy. I think the Minnesota offense is a little better than all those teams, but Dallas, I think they can score some points. The games they've lost are close games against good teams. I mean, the Arizona game, they should have beat Arizona. I had them. I had Cleveland over them, but that was 14-7. They could have won that game. The Cincinnati game, a turnover. I mean, stupid stuff. I mean, it would be mini all day for me. I can't make a play on Carolina there. Can't do it. And the NFL. We're going to talk about an NFL, Markel, because I love the NFL card. I'm telling you right now, I have, what do I got up? Well, I just mentioned I had Minnesota. That's a package up there. I got a moneymaker, but don't go buy it. But I got a best bet on Sunday, 10-star money bomb, London game, sure shot. I love the NFL this weekend. Some days you like it, sometimes you don't. Even college. I have a big 10-star up in college right now. And looking for the weekend, I have written down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 games that I haven't done any write-ups on. All right, so these are games I'm up to. Pitt, Virginia Tech, Texas Tech, Kansas, over Wisconsin, Nebraska, Minnesota, Duke, Virginia, Rutgers, Northwestern, Colorado State, New Mexico, Arizona State, Utah, A&M, Missouri, Bama, Mississippi State, over Old Dominion, Kentucky, Georgia, Miss Tennessee, and a Hawaii, Nevada game we brought up yesterday. Someone to look at. Some days I love it. I love the NFL. College this week, I got those games. It's Friday noon, and I'm still going through these games. So, your pick yesterday in the contest? Ray had Tampa Bay -7. Did not get there. Go for 2. What is that about, folks? What is that about? You're down 14. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 2. I don't know. I don't get it. It happens. Thoughts on Browns, Carson? The whole world's on Cleveland. The line's moving to Cleveland. You have Arizona. Now, I had Arizona last week. I had them as a big play. My top 10 last week against the Niners, and I looked at it as, yes, it'll be a little letdown spot. You just beat the Rams. You're coming home off a road trip. Tough spot. Division rival. But it's a quarterback situation. You go to a backup who's going to look terrible, and he did. Do I think that Arizona looks as bad as they have been? I mean, I like the under in this game. I just told Chaos I like the under because the offense, as good as it was, it's going to regress a little bit. And then they just got Zach Ertz. Is he playing? That'd be interesting, right? Guy comes, plays 2 games in 4 days. Fun stuff there in the NFL. Though we got to protect guys, but let's add more games and short weeks. People on Browns. Why wouldn't you be on the Browns? Browns are going to come out and want to run the ball. The defense, they scored 42, gave up no turnovers, and ended up losing. So I think people are going to jump on Cleveland because, one, Cleveland's a good team. They're a good team. Off a terrible game, you think they're going to regroup defensively. So I think that's why people are going to be on the Browns. I like the under there, too. Cuse Clemson going under the 43. I can see that. Clemson hasn't scored. They're averaging 21 points a game, and if we take out the 41 points, again, I said this before. What have they scored this year? Where is my Syracuse score? Syracuse 19-21. That's 40, 54, 57 points in 4 games. 57 in 4 games. Come on. What are they? It's like 13 points a game. They're terrible. They scored 49 against South Carolina. Take that game out, and this team is barely scoring double digits. All right, so 3 against Georgia. Is that, if we're going to say 49 is an anomaly, I guess 3 is an anomaly because Georgia defense is great. but 19, 21, and 14. So basically, you're going to score 17 points tonight, and they're laying 14. I gotta like the under. I think Hughes plays a decent defense. Under. Oh, stop it, Ray. Stop. You're coming in with this nonsense. Stop. You're just trolling me now. Ray, why don't you be so making jokes here? So the guy, right? The guy yesterday came in. I made $84,000 in 10 days in NBA preseason. Now, and afterwards, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, people might see that and be like, wonderful stuff. And I'm thinking, this kid's young. I mean, for all you know, he works at Google or he's making $300,000 a year on Wall Street. You don't know people's bankrolls. I say it all the time in here. Some people come in here might bet $10 a game, $100 a game, $1,000 a game. Someone come in here and bet $10,000 a game. I'm not betting $10,000 a game. I don't. I mean, who knows what people bet? We always mention your bankroll. You got to adjust things, and everybody's things are different. But come on with the lock stuff, everybody. There's no locks. Keep the bankroll under control, and you won't get hurt. 10-star, great. I got a big game. Instead of 10, bet 12 units. Texans, yes. Broncos, yes. Bengals money line. I think the Lions can win that. Packers money line. I think Packers blow them out anyway. I mean, money line on it's up to 6 now. Public all over the Texans because they covered last week. Scared you off. I like the Texans. I had the Texans last week. We've had the Texans a few times in this chat. So, I mean, we're not new to back in Houston. I'm not just high on the Colts. Am I betting the Texans? No. But I kind of like them, but I'm not betting them. Fresno first half. Definitely play a factor in the game. Looking at Oregon first half, understanding thoughts on the Ducks. The Ducks. I mean, should they win? They're the better team, right? More talented, get it done, but they haven't. So I'm, like I say, James, you just can't just bet it because it's the Pac-12 game you're going to watch on TV. Fresno first half. Again, that's you played at Hawaii. Now you're in Wyoming. That's just a tough spot. Rob Franklin, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Cheesehead. Astros, Red Sox over. I'm on the over with you. Rick, thanks for coming in. You know what? I do get the comments on YouTube, so I write. But so I have the mic, but sometimes when I'm on YouTube, like if I have it over here, like because I have another screen over here. So if you don't hear me, that's why. I forget to pull the mic over when I do stuff. So sometimes that happens. Or if I have like the door shut, if the kids are around or whatever, I'm at the door and I'll get like more echoey. I don't know why it's so echoey. I have things in here. I got a carpet, but it's just, I don't know. It is what it is. I appreciate you coming in the comments. I try to do what I can. And more importantly, I try to get some winners out. So even if the audio is bad, pump it up on your side of things. I don't know. Do I think the Chiefs cover the touchdown? They need to win this game. Yeah, well, we need a lot of things, Mark. I need to, like everybody else, I need to hit the lottery for $200 million, but it doesn't mean we're going to cash it, right? It doesn't mean we're going to get the ticket. Should they score points here? Yeah. I had them against the Eagles the other week. I'm like, that's a game they should beat. The Eagles, again, we saw them this time. Just some garbage scores at the end of the game to make it respectable. They're not a good team. Washington here, though, can Taylor Heineke put some points on the board? Kansas City defense looks bad. The defense looks bad. Again, I'm not betting it. Can you bet and be like, they have to win? It's only a touchdown? Yeah. For me, there's other games. As I said, I got like 7 games bet already. That's not one of them. Can we come in and think they need to? I would actually just take the Redskins. If you really, again, a guy a lot smarter than me always said, you want to look really good? Just take an underdog when somebody's on the other side. I mean, cashes, you look like the genius. Take Washington. It's not going to shock you, right? We know the Chiefs' defense is bad. It's not going to be shocking if Washington's covers. Lock it in. The man purse is out. I can't help myself, King. I'm sorry. Vancouver, plus the 125 versus the Flyers. Fading the Flyers out of the gate. I just came with hockey. I told you, I'm like, my picks right now are 0-3 out of the gate here. 2 in the video and 1 that I did myself. So actually 2 I did myself because I had the over in where did I have Winnipeg? I think I had Winnipeg puck line or Winnipeg over. I forgot what I have. Whatever. I'm going to take it. There's 3 games. I'm not worried about it. I gotta get my college football going anyway, so I'm not worried about 3 hockey games tonight. Think Tennessee's going out, right? You know I'm on the bill. You know I'm on Tennessee. And of course, 1, it's a letdown spot. 2, 1's a letdown spot. And 2, Tennessee last year ran all over you. Tennessee's going to run. They're going to get their wide receivers back. Tannehill's not a terrible quarterback. He's going to be able to move the ball. I'm taking the points. Taking the points on him Monday night. Syracuse and the under. That's if someone else likes the under. Why not? Clemson's averaging, taking out that 49 points a game. They're averaging what? 15 points a game. They're not scoring. So under, yes, take the points. Any early lines for next week? I was just actually kind of, when I just did Total Chaos, I was putting up the live lines with Ali and Craig, and I'm looking at a couple things. So Thursday night, we got Denver and Cleveland here. Right off the bat, I'm going to jump on Cleveland, -6. I know Denver is a little better defensive team, but at home, I'll lay it. I'll lay win by touchdown before it goes up. Baltimore, Cincinnati, 6.5. I might actually take Cincy here with that 6.5 because I think they're trying to trick you with just like what I said, right? Browns only got to win by a touchdown. But I think that one's going to go up. But the 6.5 is the one where people think like, ooh, they see the halves and they automatically think it's a different number. So give me Cincy in that one. Again, I didn't bet any of these because they just started coming up. Carolina and the Giants. I might take the Giants in that one. Home dog, getting +3. I already see some 2.5s. Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay in a route. 7.5. Green Bay all day over Washington at home. KC, Tennessee. I'll be looking to take Tennessee +3 at home. Home dog there. Miami, Atlanta. I want nothing to do with. Jets, New England. I'll probably take the Jets. Probably look at the Jets at +7. I shouldn't say take that. We're just saying things off the top of my head here, just looking at first look. Detroit and the Rams, 13.5. Come on. We'll have to tease the Rams down, I guess. I'm not going to play 13.5 even at home. Vegas and Philly. I'm seeing a 2.5 there. 48. Again, that's not a game I'm going to want to. I don't like Philadelphia, and I don't like the Raiders. So Tampa, 10 over Chicago. 10.5. I would lean Tampa, believe it or not. I mean, I have some extra time. Maybe the secondary gets a little better. But again, Fields on the road. It's Fields versus Brady. I mean, let's see how he does against Rodgers this week. I know they don't. It's not like a head-to-head kind of thing, but that's who's leading these teams. They're supposed to get them into the end zone. So I'll lay the double digits with Tampa there. Arizona 14.5 over Houston. I might look at Houston there a little bit at 14 points. I know they didn't look good against Buffalo getting a ton of points, but again, who's Arizona got up next? Do they have maybe they got Seattle? I mean, they just played San Fran, so it's not only going to be back on the Rams or San Fran again. That would have been a good spot if they had one of those teams on deck. But Indy, here we go. Indy's playing San Fran here. 5.5 to the Colts. If I get Gucci Garoppolo, I'll take San Fran. If I got a backup in Lance, I'm taking the Colts there, I guess. And New Orleans, a 3-point favorite at Seattle. I'll take Seattle, even with Geno Smith as a home dog on Monday Night Football. So that's the rundown there. That's your NFL rundown for Week 8. Early lines. That's the look ahead lines on a Sunday, on a Friday. Arkansas, Auburn, under the 54. I don't know. I think we'll see points here. I'm going to say over. Terry, hello. Thanks for coming in. Took Syracuse, but I took 14. Why not? It's 14. Always look for the better number. And, some people are like, I don't want to, because we talk about buying points, right? We say never buy points, stuff like that. Oh, what's happening here? I don't want to, sorry about that. I just went to Facebook to see if it was on, and it was. And sorry about that. So, like, the buying the points. Like, I'm not a person of going in and buying a bunch of points. Sports books now, a lot of them, you're going to have -120s, 115s, 117s. You're not going to find your -105s all over the place. Or definitely not 105s, even 110s. So, to that, someone might say, well, that's like buying a point there. It's not, because no books really have minus 110s, evens across the board. So don't mind that 120. No, that 120 shouldn't scare you. I mean, if the team's laying 2, I'll lay 123. It's as far as I'm concerned on the money line. Arkansas smashes Auburn. Bo Nix is trash. Purdue. Purduckin. Let's pull up a quick pick. Big Ten against Iowa. Iowa's off a big game, right? You think that's kind of like a little flat spot for them? I understand your thinking. Am I invested in that game? No, but I like your thinking there. King D's got smiles for me. Ole Miss against Tennessee is so. Someone brought this up the other day. I'm like, you know what? I understand you want to take Tennessee, right? Little home dog here. Mississippi's a ranked team. Tennessee's coming in off blowouts over like bottom feeder teams here. If you want to take this, why not just lay like the 130? If Miss is going to win, why relegate it to a maybe you don't cover it if it's a crazy game? You know, we see Miss play crazy games. They played a crazy game themselves. Again, that not really one I was kind of looking at. Maybe we taking Tennessee. A money line play there. I got to dig into it. That was one of the games I'm looking at for tomorrow, Rob. I haven't betted yet. San Diego State on a Friday night. Yes, Buffalo and Cincinnati. Let's check out some action here. What do we got? Buffalo against Ohio. That line's come down 3 points. Rick, I do not know why it's come down. I haven't looked at it. That would worry me. People just jump on Ohio. 10.5 down to 7.5. That do we have a quarterback out? I don't know. We got to do a little research on that one. Actually, I'm seeing an opener at 9 in one spot, but I still see a 7.5. I see a 10. I see an 8. I got to look, but that one I'd be a little worried. That would be a little red flag for me, because that's not a normal game that Joe Public's coming in and saying let's bet Buffalo today, or excuse me, let's bet Ohio. And the Bearcats over Central Florida, 21. Well, since he's got to keep on winning, right? So I understand that thinking there. Corey, need a good site to look at odds on games. Get them, point to a good site. The site I use is down. Well, what were you using? I mean, there's a lot of places you can go for different odds. I mean, I've used Don Best. I've used Vegas Insiders. There's a bunch out there. Covers, if you go to their one page, like on the matchup page, they have like lines. They have a bunch of lines listed. It's a little different scroll out to go down. I mean, even the VSiN channel, you can go there and get lines. We use things different. Denver -3 first half. Raiders always slow start. Special teams guys, head coach, Turnbull, Cash. I said this in the show. I mean, all right, the head coach is gone, right? And you know me, he's gone because they're trying to get out of a huge contract there, $100 million contract. Let's go. The team's terrible. You got rid of the entire offensive line preseason. You've lost a couple games in a row, and then this whole nonsense comes out. So, besides that, so you had that swirling, no practices. Special teams guy comes on, and this is a Gruden guy, right? So if he's fired for the emails, right? So what he said. So wouldn't this guy be like just an extension of John Gruden, just be another evil person? So are they rallying here? I don't think they're going to rally because I don't think they're a good team. I think Denver's got a solid defense, right? We talked about it when they played the Ravens. It was like, well, who'd they play, right? We kind of like the Ravens, a little better resume of teams who they played, a little more established. Okay, Denver's got a loss, but you know what they do every week? They play defense. Raiders are not a good team. I really love the Raiders. I've been against the Raiders for a couple of years. I haven't been back, and people think the Raiders are going to be good. Spot play, yeah. Here's not a good spot for them, for sure. Lions plus the 3.5. Yes, I like Detroit there. I mean, Cynthia, again, Burrow, second-year guy. Are you loving this guy? You loving this head coach as a favorite on the road? I can't lay it. KC over. Until Kansas City has a defensive show up, you have to bet the over. Texans over 43 against the Colts. I can do it. Let's go. Colgate +3 versus Montana State. Big waves coming in. Small schools. I only use Colgate on my teeth. Vikes, whale play. I just mentioned the Vikings here. I said why I like the Vikings. Better quarterback. Defense is turning things around after a bad run. And I do like Carolina team, but you're going to force CMC back in the lineup. So even if he plays, he's definitely not 100% to take pressure off your quarterback who hasn't looked good. And the one good quarterback that played in Dallas, they lit you up. So listen, people make fun of Kirk Cousins. That's fine. Make fun of Kirk. It's all right. The guy still generates offense, and he's got some playmakers around him. Big X. How the Bears going to match Green Bay for points for point? I was talking to somebody who's loving the Bears, and I'm trying to figure out how. I mean, with that quarterback, people love these rookie quarterbacks, right? I was like, we got to put Lance in. People are betting Lance to win MVP. Is that a joke? Garoppolo. Say what you want about Gucci G. Gucci Garoppolo had that team in a Super Bowl, and if the defense would have held up, he would have been the Super Bowl champ. Forget about he didn't make plays. Kansas City made the plays. They beat the defense. How many? We could talk about Burrow or Fields or Lance or wherever. Let's roll them all out. Tua, Hurts. How do these guys look? Packers ain't playing anybody and barely cover. Take the Bears and the points in that one. I mean, that line keeps going up. If you were to tell me that line would have stayed at 4, that it opened at, I'd be like, okay, it's a 4. People are betting, the sharps are coming in on the Bears. Maybe they will. It's at 5.5. It's at 6 in some spots. Maybe you take the Bears at 6. Now 4.5. I don't know. I mean, it's Rodgers versus the Bears. It's a division opponent who he knows. Free mind. Where was your thing? I just saw it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Cal, Oregon. I got no opinion on this game. No opinion. Didn't jump out at me. Wasn't looking into it. I mean, Oregon beat Ohio State, and they lost to Stanford as a big faith. You want to bet that game on a Friday night? Free. We don't have to bet the game. There's 4 games. You don't have to bet them because it's Friday Night Football. You don't have to do it. I'm just letting you know. Take it from me. I've only been betting for 30 years. So, more. You don't have to bet every game because it's on TV. What are your thoughts? BC, NC State. You've given us them before. Both 4-1. Not BC. Let me pull up. Again, not one I didn't have on my little list. I ran them all down who I was kind of looking at for the weekend. But, maybe I missed something there, BC. Night game. Line's moved up a little bit here, 2-3. Interesting. You got BC's coming in. So they're off their bye week. They lost 19-13 at Clemson. So they're they're both off a bye. NC State's off a bye too. They beat La Tech. I mean, I guess I lean on the home dog here. I lean home dog, James. I'm going to write this down. NC State, BC. I'll dig a little more into this one for you tomorrow, for the midday show tomorrow. I would be surprised if Chargers win against the Ravens plus 112. I like the Chargers. I think I might even bet them already at plus 3.5. I did not bet them. I thought I did. I went to look at my sheet. Good sites. Corey, I just ran down a bunch of sites for odds lines. Where were you? Bengals. Tears don't win ball games. Detroit. Again, with the Bengals. Do I think Detroit's a good team? No. Do I want to lay with Burrow and his head coach Taylor on the road? No. Bengals could give up points, and we've seen the Lions just come in and score garbage points. Off the grid hot sauce parlay game. Look at this one. Whoosh, Mercer, Jackson State, Northern Iowa. Big waves coming in. I'm writing this down. I'm writing it down. I got to see how these games do. Mercer -7. Jackson State. Jackson State, folks. It is not Jacksonville State. It is Jackson State. Northern Iowa -7. All right. Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. Give me some Geno. We got some extra prep time. And surprisingly, he did not look terrible coming in off the bench. Pittsburgh defense, I do not care for. I could see points in this game. So, yeah, let's go. Let's take a +5 there. And I like the over. I like the over. I've been hitting 3-team and 2-team parlays in college football the last few weeks. Not a parlay, guys. That's always interesting to, I'm not a big parlay guy. I'm not a big teaser guy. I throw them out here for the chat because that's what people like and they want huge returns. I get it, but if you just want to do them for a couple bucks, once they start losing, King, do you know they add up? Never trust the Browns. Killed the parlay last week. I had the Browns last week. I had them the week before too when they beat Minnesota 14-7. Oklahoma State. This is one I could totally see with you. Right? Texas early game. Texas favored. It's come down a little bit. Why not? You see it as, and I look at it this way. It's come down because you see Oklahoma State ranked. People are betting Oklahoma State ranked team getting points. Texas, that choke job, though. How do they respond to that? Normally, I would just be grabbing Texas because I don't like ranked teams getting points. I think that's one of those things. Again, nowadays with everybody out, a lot of content out there on TV and the internet and stuff, maybe it's not going to be as valuable as it was because people are going to be like, oh, maybe that person's right. I would just want to take a ranked team. But Texas off that loss, or, man, that's just a tough one to bounce back from. I had Texas. I can't bounce back and take Texas today. You had that game against Oklahoma. Now this is a flat spot, but on the same side, we have a ranked team getting points. I got to stay away. Got to stay away. 3-teamer, Sparty, Troy, Northern Illinois. North Texas, spreading over. Little North Texas against Marshall. Red Sox win, and both teams score 2 or more runs. 2 or more runs, yes. Red Sox win, I don't know about that. I do like the over. Bucks money line. Is that basketball? Bucks? Syracuse +7. Syracuse +7. Is this college football? I'm lost here on what that is. Is that first half? Ravens, favorite play of the week. Well, you got a good number, 2.5. You're not laying 3. It's gone up a little bit. Although, as much as I like the Chargers there, I don't like that line keeps going up because I thought people would bet on LA. I almost said San Diego. 27-13 Pack. Not that Rob is a Packer fan. Packers first half under the 45. I can see the under because Fields the guy had 100 yards passing last week. Michigan State. I like Michigan State. Don't fall for the TV games. Dallas 3. This is, again, this line, I like the over here, right? Dallas is going to put up points. They give up garbage points. Does it look too easy? I guess. But you know what? A lot of too easy's been winning lately. Chargers, if you're going to bet the Chargers, why not money line, right? Dolphins, Jags. Yeah, Jags are – I got Miami, Alex. I'm with you on that. I like it. Tulsa -8 over UCF. Let's see. Noon game. I got to tell you, we've had UCF a couple times, right? Rob, we had them opening day. I said, you know what? We're getting 20. We'll hang tough. Newsflash, they lost 45-0. The next week, we came back to +29 against Florida, and they got us the money. We took them at BYU, getting 20-something. They got us the money. Home dog, we are getting a nice number here. Big win. Tulsa's in off a win against Memphis. And we're on a bye week. I don't know. How about the over? Tulsa's on overruns. South Florida's on overruns. I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna look at the home dog off a bye week there, Rob. Believe it or not, and probably the over. If you like Tulsa, you got to take the over. I think they're gonna crush them, right? Blow them out. No, that's my leaning. I'm gonna say over, but I'll take the home dog. It's Betsy the cow. Betsy the cow is going to keep it cow time. She'll say Texas. Everybody's down on Texas. I got to think of something for Betsy the cow. Who knows? Astros over tonight. Detroit is the best 0-5 team I've ever seen. Should have won 2, but most unlucky. Yes, they are. I like the Jags to win outright. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like the coach. I don't like the quarterback. I don't like the defense. Ball State versus East Michigan. I kind of like East Michigan. Texas will crush Oklahoma State by 3 TDs. Oh, my goodness, Alex. What are we doing? Stu Feiner has left the chat. You got to love Stu. Go to YouTube. Find out, like, Stu Feiner Fallen Heroes. Classic stuff. Classic stuff. Mississippi State and Bama. I kind of like the under a little bit here. I mean, Bama's in off a loss, right? Are you high on Mississippi State? People like Mike Leach. Jerome, welcome, Jerome. Georgia Bulldogs first half. Alabama first half. Cincy Bearcats first half. Georgia, who scored? I say Georgia every day now, right? Until somebody scores on Georgia, you just say Georgia. Georgia first half, yes. Bama off a loss first half, absolutely agree. Cincy first half, right? You got to keep running it up to stay on top. So yes. Yeah, you got traded a while ago, this morning. He's on Arizona. Tulsa over. You got to do over to 55 there. Am I going to work with Mitch Wilson? I worked with Mitch Wilson before. Mitch is my guy. I was just talking to Mitch. Pedro. I mean, he had to snow that by saying, obviously you don't. Just talking to him. Yeah. Because we're talking about the game, and I'm like, and we always joke about like, oh, the fix is in, right? Because everybody says that. Oh, the game's fixed. Oh, it's fixed. How many times you see that? I just laugh my head. I'm like, especially new people. Like, yeah, welcome to sports betting, folks. Right? You've been betting for 30 years. You think you've seen some bad stuff. Mitch is great. I like Mitch. Definitely like the Broncos. I'm with you on the Broncos. I was thoroughly enjoying being the only person that took the Eagles +7. You're not the only person on the earth. You know how many people in my contest had the Eagles last night? A lot of people had the Eagles. Nebraska, -4. Hopefully 8th year QB. I know, seriously. I mean, Martinez has been there forever. I like Nebraska. Again, it's one of them against Minnesota. I got circled for tomorrow. I got to look at. There's a lot. I gave a dozen games. I got a dozen. I don't know what to do. It's like I got to go through them. It's on PNP. It's over there. Listen, there's one right here for winning free picks. Listen, winning free picks and picks and parlays are the same. They're just the same channels. I just do the videos on winning free picks. This subscription isn't going to be on picks and parlays. The subscription in my down here below is straight up on a winning free pick page. It's everything in basketball preseason. No, basketball preseason. I don't do basketball preseason. How do you bet? Short of the guy yesterday who won $85,000 in his preseason games for NBA. How do you bet preseason? I can't bet NBA preseason. NBA regular season, you don't know who's going to play. How are you betting NBA preseason? Grant, you're winning. Wonderful for you. I don't got to bet it. I got baseball. I got football. I'm happy. I bet NBA preseason. Why the Astros no Red Sox upset? Why? Because I didn't think the Red Sox would get past Tampa Bay. The bullpen is not that good. The starting pitchers are not that good. That's why. The pitching is not good. Give me the Astros there. Tease of college football, bad. Do it anyway. I throw the tease up here because people like it, Rob. I mean, they want the teasers. They like the parlays. They like stuff like that. That's why I kind of throw out Teaser Tuesday. People want to bet teasers. I came in looking for Lockswell plays a wild card. I love it. That's it, right? We'll have our whale plays. And listen, two for the money. I love watching two for the money. I mean, we're launching a scud attack on your Brookmaker. It's gonna be an absolute burial. I love that stuff. I love it. I just can't sell like that. I mean, I can't. People like it. Listen, I'm personal. I could come out and talk and people laugh. We have fun in the show. We joke about movies and music and stuff like that. I love that stuff. I just can't. The locks. Everybody loves the locks. Ali says call them purses when they put up the locks in the chat. Call them a purse. So I tease our guy King D, the man purse. Yeah, it's time to win a free picks one. NHL is the promo code, 20% off. And you're talking about the site, Wilson. I don't need a lot of times. I'm telling you, like, go buy the guy who's number one on leaderboard. I'm not number one on leaderboard. I tell you that. I throw out a lot of plays, and some sports win, some lose. We ride win streaks. That's why I tell you about keeping your bankroll, balancing out plays. Don't get carried away. Don't bet every game on TV, stuff like that. Use the leaderboards are there for a reason. Whether here, picks the parlays, or whatever site you're at, whatever. There should be a leaderboard, an honest leaderboard for that matter, not some scamming. Astros money line. I like the Stros tonight, Markel. Whoa, we're not cooking the llamas. We know cows. We know the cows gonna take better. We know that. We got some nice cow tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some steak tomorrow, Rick. Although tonight I took out some. My daughter wanted some ranch chicken, so I take the little chicken breast and I just put a little coat on it there, and I put this Hidden Valley Ranch, the seasoning, the powdered seasoning, right on it, and bake it for about 45 minutes. Oh, she loves it. That's all they like. Since we've been down here, that's all they make for. They want chicken ranch, the baked chicken ranch, and steak. That's all they eat, and Caesar salad. I don't know. Western Old I'm over. I like the over. I got it. So I told you that. That was one of the games I got here. Western Old Dominion over and Wisconsin Army over to 39.5. Red Sox money line is the lock. You can bet your children's children on this. That's the funniest guy. What color is that? His face? Chartreuse? And Jeremy Piven in that movie. Listen, I met Jeremy Piven in Vegas. I was out there when they were filming Entourage at the Hard Rock. And I was just hitting him with a bunch of movie lines. But Jeremy Piven in that Two for the Money, where it's like, Jesus could show up at your house with Bolivian streetwalkers and drugs. If the goalpost is tilted just an inch. That's a classic one. Utah State versus UNLV. UNLV is terrible. I didn't look at this game, but Utah State. Colorado State, yes, I'm already on Colorado State. You should be able to lose that at least 20 times and still not brew. Thank you. Yes. I was going to say 10 times for newer people here, but yeah, you want to go 20 times. Whatever your wager is, if you're betting 100, you should have 20 grand, 200,000. You should have a lot of money backing up your play. Come on. Sean, welcome. Moneyline North Texas, huh? All right. I was actually, now I want to remove my Marshall. I threw up on the Tuesday teaser here. Sean's pretty good. He comes in here, even though he spells his name wrong. North Texas moneyline. And okay. So now my Marshall -4 in the teaser is not looking too good. Oh yeah, I knew we should have teased that up. And I like North Texas. I bet North Texas. I'm like, man, when is this offense going to finally start showing up? Yeah, he's great in Entourage, bro. He's fabulous. And Johnny Drama. Oh, man. Great show. Of course, you want to lose to it. You have to be able to, King D. And as I said, I'll go back and I said I did a 3-30 run in baseball for like a 2-week stretch in May after a good run of April baseball. And then, like, again, hey, my baseball, I got to look. I think I'm still 12 games under 500. And that's fine when baseball, when your favorite's hitting 58, 59%, I'll live with having a sub 500 record. And I've been able to grind out a little small, albeit tiny profit based on just hitting some random player props and stuff like that. And then obviously my futures came in extremely well. But listen, you folks, if you can survive going 0-6 on a weekend and you're reloading your credit card, stop that. Stop. That's why I always say, on your app you can hit a button. Go give cash. Go give cash out. See how that feels. Walk into place with $5,500 for a day betting. Like North Texas plus something. You know what? Now I'm worried about the my Marshall -4. I kind of like Marshall, but I've had North Texas and I just kind of given up on them. Then Sean comes in, he says money line them, so I'm like, oh man. Sometimes people they come in enough and you see their plays, and I do write them down, and some I remember. So he's the guy I remember. Ankles. What do you say? Thanks for popping in. It's just GA asking for a friend. We was catching baseball this year. Baseball, I mean, the chat baseball had been pretty good. I'm going to say, maybe a small loser for chat baseball. I've been keeping track of the football picks because, when we initially started the show, it was tournament time, and we'd give out a ton of picks for the conference tournament, stuff like that. And then I wasn't planning on keep doing it until maybe football, and we kept going on and on and on. But overall, the video picks, I think, are up for the year. I know college and NFL are I got them written down. College is up. I think NFL's a couple games over 500. College basketball was tremendously profitable. And I think hockey and NBA, believe it or not, hockey was good. And NBA, I think in a free pick, we actually had the free picks were hitting because they're so sporadic that we only had a couple of weeks. So gets rough sometime with the bankroll. You have to, King. You got to manage the bankroll. And I'm telling people don't. You just, hey, I'm going to put $300 in my account or $150, whatever you're putting in on your apps. And I have a couple apps, and I don't really jump into those unless I get a good matching, and they're tough to find. Sometimes you'll get something like, oh, put something now, you get 300. I'll go in for the free 300 every once in a while, and I'll use that on a lot of times futures. I don't know. But all right, folks, we're rolling on out on a Football Friday. Thanks for popping in. So you don't have to bet it. Again, I'll look into, let me write that down because that's Buffalo, Ohio, right? Buffalo, Ohio. That line was, I think, 9-10 and comes down a little bit. Rick, I'll talk about that tomorrow for you. And I got BC, NC State for James. And then who asked? Someone asked about Hawaii and Nevada yesterday. So those are 3 games I look for the people, for the fans, for the people coming into the show. So. But we're out of here. Have a good Friday. Back Saturday. It's not noon on Saturday because we have noon games. So we come in like after 11, quarter after 11, 20 after 11. Notification bells. Put the notification bells on. Subscribe to the channel so you know. All right? Have a good one. We'll see everybody Saturday.